It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Hurts throwing right away. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 5. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Throwing is Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. Down to the 41.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18. 23 yards the pickup there. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Now a 2nd and 10. As Smith in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Hurts.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon.
That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here.
Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Robinson hauling it in outright.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try.
And he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This short throw caught by Goddard. give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
2nd down and 4.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley. A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, they were looking to pick up the 1st down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Elliott on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And Charles, he's a rookie. He's put it on the ground once, maybe defensively. Now they're saying, okay, we can get this young buck to cough it up 2-3 times. He's got to be careful here.
Yeah, they do tend to zero in on the young runners because once one comes out, as you noted, you think there's an opportunity for more. This is where you have to get with that guy and say, all right, they're going to come after you, but we believe in your talents. Take care of the football, and let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive? Because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. That is caught, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
They'll look to throw again.
There's a short one caught by Johnson.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
A busy 1st quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
He's already put it on the ground once in this 1st half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit, and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
And Robinson, the motion man right.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of 1st halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw.
Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
They'll go again with Tracy. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Gano's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well, somewhat calm, only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10.
Right at the 30.
He'll set up to throw from the gun. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Running left, it's Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Second down, here's Barkley again.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. To Barkley on the check down. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on second down.
Hurts. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
They'll start with a run by Tracy.
Dances by him, and he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
There was a great article in the paper yesterday about how he likes to run angry. Plays like that, you can feel it, can't you?
As long as he doesn't drive angry, we're okay. Because when he's on the field, that anger works for him. It fuels him, it powers him, and the end result runs like that.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
This one is Slayton over the middle.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Back to throw again. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that mark.
Here's a diving catch right side. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they could potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
And the tackle there by Micah McFadden.
So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Here, it was the always dangerous Saquon Barkley with the impressive first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They go play action here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 4. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Wan'Dale Robinson, 30 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Gano for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it was finished up by a touchdown catch from Wan'Dale Robinson. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Hurts.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
And this is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Quick completion here to Johnson.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Oh, that's a nice job of clearing space in the middle of the field for your tight end. He's going to start behind the line and run an angle route, hoping to kind of get lost in the middle of the field. And this is put right on him, and he's able to pick up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Slot man moves right. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Again, it's Johnson.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first. As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Tracy trying the right side.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3rd down, here's Tracy.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And Brian Dable, with his background on offense, he's got a call ready, and they are going to go for it on 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This short throw caught by Goddard. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Hurts.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Complete. Smith has it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Brown goes in motion left. Here's Hurts to throw.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Dotson in motion right.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Giants offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Zach Bond. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
One of the league's best linebackers, he ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start, and it ends up falling incomplete.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 36-yard line.
They'll start with the option.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there. And 3rd and 8 now.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 8.
They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Right back to Tracy.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
The pass rush pressure is really starting to increase on the quarterback now. They bring him down for a sack and a big loss, and back him up further as he tries to lead a scoring drive in a one-possession game here late.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Back to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
That is caught.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
He'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
He'll look to throw.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Here's 1st down.
Back to throw. That's complete to Robinson. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Now 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He's back to throw.
Catch made by Slayton.
After the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space, taken down right at the 10. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Johnson. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Here's 1st and goal.
Back to throw again. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leads them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.